Through recent years, zombies have become about as ubiquitous as the imagined apocalypse seems to suggest. They're everywhere, like we've been bitten by some kind of zombie fever, and I recently realized why. While talking with an acquaintance, I realized that his responses could be replaced by with barely any difference. I asked, "How was your day?" He replied, which I understood as, "Good. You?" To which I replied, which he understood as about the same. And so our zombified conversation went on until it came time to part ways. We shook hands, each said our goodbyes, and shuffled away. Yet my revelation did not end with zombification of conversation. I traveled home only to find a news story claim that our economy is in shambles. The apocalypse, it seems, is walking far slower these days. Yet this was not made me realize we had a zombie problem on our cold hands. A few hours later, I turned on to tune in again, only to find a commercial claiming that I'm missing something. The television blared a horde of images which transfixed me for some moments in place, and I heard creep its way into my room, which I understood as, "Don't you wish you had a big screen TV?" After all, your stomach may be empty, your heart may be slow, your brain may be tired, but you'll always know you have 60 inches or 5 feet through which you can watch the world just waste by. The jingle was disheartening, and it gave me a stroke of insight as my eyes flooded wide and I realized that zombies are popular because they're as close as the nearest mirror. So that day I decided to take my reflection back. First, I've decided to cut zombification from my conversation. Of course, unsolicited life stories are about as grave as good, so instead I'm choosing epithets like magnificent, disheartening, dilatory, hectic, epicurean, atrocious, absurd, or abhorrent to describe my day in ways that tax my brain. Second, I've decided to heave my heart into my mouth, because anything that doesn't stain my teeth with the pulse of truth is barely worth the breath to sigh. So if I say, I love poetry almost as much as I love you, you can bet that somewhere deep in my chest, my heart is echoing those same syllables beat for beat. And lastly, if there's even a meager chance that after death, my body will be reanimated to roam the streets and mindlessly consume, then that is sure as hell the last thing that I'm going to do while I'm still alive. So I implore you to join me. Join me in walking like a zombie only if it's on purpose. Speak the truth even if blood stains your teeth. And light up this night by holding your pen like it's a torch, bright enough to put sunspots into a blind man's eyes. Yes, join me. Join me this night. That way we may move the living and raise the dead.